YouTube channel. So today is Monday and we're getting in tune with Let's Talk Blink Monday. So every Monday I post a video. It will be about a topic. And so today's topic is let's talk electrolysis, shaving, waxing, and laser. The 4 methods to removing unwanted hair. And as a girl, as a woman, period, everyone wants to be hairless. You know what I'm saying? Some girls mind, some girls don't mind. It's your preference. For me, I don't like to be hairy, but unfortunately genetics done did it, and it is what it is. Backtrack to when I first started to shave and whatnot. I had to be every bit of probably like 12, 13 when I first picked up a razor to try to shave. So I was 12 or 13 and I was in my bathroom. I remember the day and everything because, you know, you remember things like that. When it's your first time doing something, you remember. So I was in the bathroom and I noticed I started to get, you know, like cocoa butterfly hairs down here and hair under the underarms and everything like that. Then my little peach fuzz is growing in, and it wasn't for me because, you know, at that age you go to school, boys pointed out like you got a mustache, and it was like I wanted to, like, you know, shave my mustache. First I started to shave my cocoa butterfly, and then I moved to like shaving my arms and stuff like that. But then I noticed the hair grow back so fast. But in them early stages, you don't think anything of it, you don't care, you're just consistently shaving every 2 weeks, whatever, until time passes, you look older, then you become an adult, and it's like, okay, you don't want your man dealing with this, you don't want to deal with it, damn sure don't want to deal with it, right? So you become like insecure, embarrassed. For me, we're talking about for me. I'm not sure about everybody else, but for me, it made me very insecure. Like, I did not like to be hairy, and it's like I was a hairy beast, but I was hairy to the point where it bothered me. I came across this lady, her name was Joyce. She worked downtown Manhattan in a little office. I found her on Groupon, and this is when I first came across laser. Laser is a hair removal. It's an unwanted hair removal method. They say is somewhat effective, somewhat not effective. Some people have different stories on it, other people have other stories on it. I'm gonna share my story on it. Okay, so for laser, I tried it and I did a couple of sessions with her. I didn't really go. First time I tried it, I was 16. At that age, I wasn't really getting a lot of money because I didn't really have a job. I was still like allowance. My dad just wanted me to go to school. He was sending me allowance money, but like $80, and she recommended to come a couple of times a month, and it's like, girl, I'm still a child. I eventually stopped doing it. I think I did it like 4 or 5 times. Eventually stopped doing it. The hair did grow back, and I didn't really like think nothing of it until, again, a couple of years later, time goes on, I grow up and I reconsider it in 2019. Florida now, so I reach out to somebody, I do my research on them, and I'm looking into laser with them. So my mistake with that was it was IPL laser. IPL laser is not technically a laser. It's like a laser that they use for like people that get like suntanned, I believe, sun damage, something like that, or to like color, like get your skin color as one if you're two-tone, things like that. She told me, like, you know, this is get rid of unwanted hair. You can do it like this, you can do it, it's gonna work for you. Okay, cool. She been doing it for me for about, I say, 6 months. She did a laser for me, and I noticed like after a couple of times my skin started to get burnt. I had a burnt mark on like 3 places of my body, and it was like, girl, no, I stopped going to her. Then I started to do more research. I started to get more knowledge. I started to go to a nurse practitioner because now I'm like, I'm not playing with my skin or my body. You burn me a little bit, I don't need to be burnt a lot. My nurse practitioner, and she told me, no, she's not supposed to do that. She's not supposed to use that on your colored skin. It's mainly for like lighter people, white people. Different lasers are used for different skin colors. Back then they only had it for like light skinned people, I believe. It wasn't used on darker skin tones because they were burnt out. Like, they have newer models and stuff like that, and now it's able to be used on all different types of skin tones. However, the IPL laser wasn't as effective, and that's why the hair was growing back. And I'm like, okay, now it all makes sense. But of course, her not telling me that just makes me feel like, damn, like, you was so thirsty for the coins. Black woman, I'm a black woman. You could have, you know, kept it real with me. It wasn't that deep. Or you just honestly didn't know what you were talking about. Moving on from that, I started to get like regular laser on my arms, and I do notice like it's patchy. So I only did like 6 sessions. So what that means is the hair grew back very patchy, not as much, very like scattered all over the place. So she told me like 6 sessions not enough, girl. You need like 3 or 4 more. So I'm like, okay, no problem. which I do agree, because I do see a decrease in the hair. This is more effective, and my last session I would say was in November. So I definitely do approve laser. I do like laser, but before you ever get laser, know about it, ask about it, ask a lot of questions, find the right one for you, get with somebody who makes you comfortable and know what they're talking about and doesn't hesitate to give you the information, that really knows what they're talking about, and have experience, pictures, reviews, and you know, just have proof that they know. It does take a lot of sessions. It depends on your hair, your skin type, how it grows, how hairy you are, stuff of that nature. Everybody is different. It depends where you're getting it done at. I know people that, you know, ask me if about their face. So for laser, I heard it's not very so much effective on the face, because the face, the tits, the butts, things of that nature is very hormonal, which means they grow, you know, they're hormonal, you know what I'm saying? So during your period, you know, your titties get sore, swollen, whatever, you know, your butt grows, stuff like that. It's just hormonal parts of your body. So those are really like the 3 places that people would say are hormonal, and maybe a little bit harder to get rid of the unwanted hair, which then comes electrolysis, which is a permanent hair removal, which was approved by the FDA to remove unwanted hair. Now electrolysis I have tried, I do it, and it's very it's an annoying pain. It's like a pain that, you know, when you see the results, you don't even mind going again, but in the moment it's like, I can't do it no more. Like, girl, stop. So for me, I say twice a month. Electrolysis is expensive. It's like, my lady charges me $100 for an hour. It's 30 for me, 30 for 85 minutes, 45 for $95, and then 60 minutes, which is an hour, for $105. Electrolysis, for that, it leaves like scars wherever you get it at. It doesn't leave like permanent scars. I guess it depends on your skin, but for me, it leaves like a temporary scar. So when you first get like little whelps or stuff like that, or wherever you get it at, you'll get like little whelps, and then it'll go away in like 2 or 3 days, and your skin will like heal from it, and then it'll be fine. It'll be normal. Most people, like, you'll see a lot of people on YouTube that get reviews, and they'll be like, you know, left scars on my face, you know, it hurts, don't do this and that. But it depends on your pain tolerance. It depends on how bad you want it, how it feels. So they take like a little needle and they put it in wherever part of your body that you're getting done. They'll put it in that section and pull each hair out. And so the needle just damages the hair follicle, but you have to go consistently, because your hair is in different stages. Some might be in another stage, and the other one may be as you go consistently, so that they're targeting each hair. And that's what they do. They target each hair one by one. And so my lady, when she does mine, she takes out at least, I would say, probably like over 150 hairs every time. And it might be the same hair, but just in a different stage. So it might have grown back. Next time that she does it, it's going to actually kill it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not in the active stage no more. So they say that hair has different stages, which is true, and that's why you have to go back consistently to keep getting the procedure done. It is effective. It does work. It's a long process. People may take a year, others may take 2 years. It depends on how long you drag it, how often you go, you know, how consistent you are. So for me, like I said, I go 2 months, but if I went 3 times out of the month, maybe it will cut it down to maybe 8 months. But so far, we're looking at a year of electrolysis, and I think I'm in like my 7th month. So I'm excited to see how the results are when I'm done, and I will keep you guys posted when that time comes. Moving into waxing, for me, is like, I love waxing on the body parts that I don't mind having hair on. Like, I'll wax my underarms, and I'll wax my eyebrows. I wax those things because it's just 1, 2, 3. It grows back way slower. I would say sugar waxing, for me, my hair grows back a lot slower versus hard waxing or soft wax. But sugar wax does hurt. It hurts really bad. It hurts a little bit more than hard wax, but hard wax is also my second favorite. I do love hard wax and sugar wax. Soft wax used to be my favorite, but it just takes too long. Like, hard wax is just 1, 2, 3. Sugar wax is 1, 2, 3. Soft wax is just like consistent pain in too many spots when they can just put it on at one time and just rip it off. Period. The hair grows back a lot slower than shaving. So definitely would recommend waxing. After you wax, always exfoliate every other day to prevent hair bumps and ingrown hairs, to keep it smooth and soft down there. Exfoliate externally, not internally. To a good wax specialist, stay consistent. First wax ever though was about maybe 3-4 years ago, but I started consistently going last year, so 2020, the beginning of 2020. So it's been a whole year straight since I've went every month consistently, without shaving, without any of that. And honestly, it's always pretty, it's always smooth, it's always soft. The hair doesn't grow back 3 or 4 days later, versus with shaving it does that. Even my underarms is just so soft, so smooth. The hair grows back a lot slower, and it's amazing. I shave my legs still, and what else do I shave? I'll shave like my belly button, but I don't know. Nairing, because nairing to me, that thing smells bad, and once you nair and you wipe it off with the rag, you gotta throw the whole rag away, get a new one, wash your body up. It's just too much. Shaving is just 1, 2, 3, and it's like my legs, I don't really care about being hairy. My little belly button hair, I don't care about it, because it's like whatever, like it or love it. Those are the 4 hair removal techniques and methods that people use, and that I have also tried. And I'm going to say this, and say this one time only, I definitely recommend, if you have places like hair in places that, you know, are very uncomfortable for you, electrolysis would definitely be effective, longest treatment. But overall, at the end, when you see the results and you see how far you came, rather, you'll know and see that it was versus doing so many treatments of waxing and of and of laser, you know what I'm saying, doing all those treatments, spending all that money, when you could have just knocked it out by doing electrolysis. So the best way I would say to save with electrolysis, if you would like to do that, or start off with 2 sessions a month, put aside $200 each month just for that. You know, that's your personal needs. So for me, I always take my personal needs more than spending money on bags, clothes, sneakers. If you care about something, deal with it, get it taken care of, so you can feel way better about yourself. And that's how I feel about me, because I'm super hairy, like I said, but at the end of the day, it doesn't define you, it doesn't define me. It is what it is. Love yourself always. Just handle things, just handle it. So that's the main thing that the message I'm trying to get out to as well. You don't have to get depressed and insecure, or you don't have to get depressed so much. You're gonna be insecure about things, you're gonna have flaws that you don't like, but you don't have to make it a depressed thing to where you get so in your mood about it that you think it's uncontrollable, or you can't handle it or help yourself to it. Like, yes, there's a solution for every problem. So you may be in your feelings about it one day, but understand that it can be taken care of, and it's a consistency thing. And unwanted hair, oh baby, trust me, girls like me, girls in general, we think we're hairy until we meet somebody else hairy like us. I mean, like, girl, we fine. Like, it is what it is. We ain't need to stress about it no more. It's a woman's thing. Some girls are hairy, some girls are not. Some girls like to be hairy, some girls don't. Me, I don't. But it is what it is. That is a wrap for our Let's Talk Mondays. We have talked shaving, electrolysis, laser, and waxing. You choose which one is the best method for you, and stay consistent with it. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, some of us don't like to be hairy, as I stated, and that's okay. But whatever method you choose, be consistent with it. Understand it, know it, be comfortable with your specialist. Let them know all your concerns. Let them know what makes you comfortable and uncomfortable. Let them know how they can help you. Be on top of yourself and appreciate you for your hairiness. Girl, the next person will. It is what it is. And that's a wrap.